What's good, y'all? Back with another video, and as you see by the title, we're gonna try to play games online on the PlayStation Vita in 2023. There's a couple things you could do on the 3DS, but I haven't really tried the online on the Vita too much, at least recently. So I want to go ahead and test a couple games that I would be interested in playing online and see if the community is still active in 2023. I got this idea from Mystic. I know he's made videos about this on the PlayStation Vita in past years, 2022, 2020, whatever. So shout out to my man Mystic for the idea. But in 2023, is it still active? I'm not gonna waste too much time. Y'all know we don't do long intros over here. Let's hop into the video. So before we actually hop into the PlayStation Vita, a thing that really sparked this idea as well was CTGP7. I've been playing this on my Nintendo 3DS, and it's a Mario Kart 7 engine with a bunch of different courses and races, and the online is actually pretty active. You will be surprised because obviously the Nintendo 3DS is an older system and they closed the shop and the online servers are just not really in right now. But if you hop on CTGP7, as you see, this is in real time. I found a full lobby of about 6 players in this race, and it was really simple and easy. So I was like, if people are on the Nintendo 3DS, people have to be on the PlayStation Vita, at least for some games. You know, popular games like Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS, there's got to be some popular games on the Vita that people are still playing in 2023. So I wanted to hop into some FPSs, and I went ahead and hopped into Killzone Mercenary because, in my opinion, this is one of the best first-person shooters on the system. So I was like, if there's a competitive multiplayer game on the PlayStation Vita, this will definitely be one of them. So I was like, all right, let me check this one out. So I hopped on, connected to the online, and as you see, I'm hopping right into the multiplayer. We're not wasting no time, hopping straight online. And as you see, it says connect the server. So it still does give you the option to connect the server, so you can play this game online, obviously if there are people playing as well. So I connected to the server, and as you see, it says connecting to Killzone Mercenary servers. And let's see how long this takes. I went ahead and fast forward this to 4 times. I was here for about 45 seconds, and as you see, it says login failed, meaning that pretty much nobody is on these online servers for Killzone Mercenary. And I tried this multiple times, and again I got login failed, and I was like, okay, we can't stop there for FPSs. So I hopped on the classic Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified, and this is again one of the best FPSs on the system, probably the best FPS if we had to be honest. So I went to a public match and went ahead and hopped into a free-for-all. I was feeling a free-for-all. I was like, okay, let's see what I could do on this game because I haven't played this game in forever. And I stood here for about 30, 40, 50 seconds and nothing. And I was actually surprised that I couldn't find a lobby. So what I did do was like, okay, maybe free-for-all is just not that popular right now. So I went ahead and left the lobby, found a different match, and went to team deathmatch because who doesn't like some TDM? And as you see, instantly I find almost a full lobby on team deathmatch, which is pretty cool, and it's on Nuketown. And if you looked at the levels, obviously some higher levels because people do play this game consistently, but a lot of new levels, so it looks like a lot of new people are hopping on PlayStation Vita Online, which is definitely cool to see. Now you see we loaded into the game. I could pick a SMG, assault rifle, whatever. And like I said, people that are on this game are probably kind of competitive because if you're on this game in 2023, you probably played a good amount of it, let's be honest. But these people were camping spawns. It was actually pretty hectic, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty competitive when it comes to games in general, so I got into it. I didn't have my PlayStation Vita grip, so don't judge me by this gameplay, please do not. But it's pretty fascinating to see that we almost have a full lobby instantly on Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified. And yeah, everybody's running around pretty active. It's not like there's any bots or NPCs. These are real people on the PlayStation Vita Online in 2023. So I was like, okay, we have an FPS that's working. Let's go ahead and hop into a racing game. One of my favorite racing games in general, but specifically on the Vita, is Need for Speed Most Wanted. And this is a phenomenal Need for Speed game, definitely probably a top 5 Need for Speed game at least. And as you see, we're gonna go to the multiplayer and press connect and see if we can even connect to the servers. And as you see, it says please wait, and pretty instantly it loads me back in. So I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and see if we can load into a public match. And as you see, it says waiting for 2 more players. I'm guessing you have to have at least 3 players to hop into a race, and I was here for anywhere from 30 to maybe a little over a minute, just waiting to see if I can get somebody. And as you see, it says waiting for 1 more player. It keeps on flopping, so I keep on getting 1 person in my lobby. But like I said, you need 3 to actually start a race, and I just couldn't do it. At the end of the day, it said no games found. I was kind of upset at this one because this is a great racing game, and the fact that nobody's on this, you only need 3 people, not even 2 other people in this world is on Need for Speed Most Wanted. But I wasn't gonna stop there. About an hour later, I hopped back back on to see if I could find me a public match. I went to a different area, went to a public match, and let's see what happens this time. Again, I spent a good amount of time here. It says we need 2 more players, and look, it says we need 1 more player, so we have 1 person in the lobby again. But is it enough to start a race? No, it is not. And after about 45 seconds to a minute, again, I got this notification saying that no games found. And man, this one hurts because I definitely was interested to see if I can play some races on Need for Speed and Most Wanted, but hey, at least we got Call of Duty Declassified. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We tested Killzone Mercenary, Call of Duty Reclassified, and Need for Speed Most Wanted, and I was pretty confident in Call of Duty Declassified. I'm pretty sure there was going to be players on there because it's a Call of Duty game. Any Call of Duty game is pretty much active, even if it's 10 years old, 12 years old, it doesn't really matter. Any system, Call of Duty is going to be popular. I'm not really surprised that Killzone Mercenary had nobody on it, to be honest, even though it is a good FPS on the Vita. But I am surprised about Need for Speed Most Wanted because that's a pretty solid Need for Speed game. And when I was hopping on there, you need at least 3 people to start a race online, and I can only find 1 person every time, so I never was able to get an actual lobby and an actual race going online. So that's kind of weird and surprising, but it is what it is. We got to get more people on the PlayStation Vita Online. Yeah, maybe we could do something as a community and hop on the PlayStation Vita Online. I don't know what plans I have in the future, but that'll definitely be a little cool thing we could do. But yeah, man, this was just kind of a test I wanted to see. And I know, like I said, Mystic done this in the past, few years. So I wanted to see what it was like in 2023. And I mean, 1 for 3, I'm not too mad about that. It is PlayStation Vita games. These games are 10, 12 years old, and it's on a handheld that in retrospective isn't the most popular handheld, even though it is a great handheld. But yeah, this was definitely like an interesting social experiment. Let me know in the comments, would you be interested in this in the future? I could do more videos like this somehow, somehow, some way I'll make it happen. But yeah, make sure y'all hit that like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. And as always, I'll see y'all next time.